Alright guys, welcome back to ImWateringPSUs. Today we are building a PC that is strictly aimed at either productivity or competitive gaming. Why competitive gaming? Well, because we are pairing an RTX 3080 with an i9 12900K. And now this might seem like a very stupid pairing, but it's actually not, because at 1080p, if you're pushing very high frames, what actually matters is the CPU. And this combo, coupled with this RAM, 5600MHz DDR5 RAM, is going to be able to push out very high FPS. So I say we go over all the components, because today's build was actually entirely bought used. So let's get over them. Okay, so the main component we bought is the i9 12900K right here, as you can see, and we bought this one for 400 bucks. Then we got this motherboard, and the box you see is not the actual motherboard, because this motherboard was actually together with a PC we bought, and the guy gave it to us in a bundle. But we valued it at 150 bucks, and it's a Z690 Prime A from Asus. You will see it soon. Then we got this Corsair Vengeance RGB white RAM DDR5, and we bought this one new actually on Amazon, and we paid 150 bucks for it, so average price, not too good, not too bad. Then we got this Enermax Liquid Fusion 360mm, only one cooler, and this one again was new, but it was basically from a guy who had it in storage for a while, and we paid just 80 bucks for it. Then we bought this Inno3D RTX 3080, 500 bucks, honest price, not too good, not too bad. Then we got this RM750X, and we bought it used, but I know for a fact the guy pretty much did not use it, and we paid 50 bucks for it, extremely cheap. Then what's inside there, but you cannot see, is a Samsung 980 Pro PCIe 4.0 drive, 1TB NVMe SSD, and we paid 80 bucks for that. So again, pretty good price. It was new as well. And then this case, which we washed and cleaned up, and we actually have a video which we show it, but we assigned a price of 80 bucks. You can buy it for 120 new, so I think it's a fair price. And so this is the tally up. If you do all the math, it comes out to around 1300 bucks roughly. So let's get into building. Okay, so it's a bit scuffed, but here we have this i9 12900K. Let's slot it in the socket properly. Then let's close the socket, and now we can mount the cooler. Okay, so as you can see, everything is brand new. We have the paste still unopened and everything, but we also have some water, because Enermax gives you some coolant to add in their all-in-one coolers in case you run out, which is very interesting. Okay, so I was reading the manual, and this cooler is not technically compatible with this socket, but we don't give a single solitary, we don't really care. When you're mounting a cooler that is not really compatible with your motherboard, you might have to do something like this. As you can see, I am sliding the backplate under the heatsink, and I'm pretty lucky because it fits under the heatsink of the VRMs, but it shouldn't really, you see, under this one. Okay, so it's now time to actually slap the all-in-one cooler on top of it, and we're gonna mount it this way. Okay, one is in. Second one as well. Okay, time to get this Vengeance RGB DDR5 white mounted. And again, they are 5200MHz RAM, so not too high of a speed, but definitely good looking kits. The graphic card, 3080 Inno3D 3 fans model. Let's take a look at it. I've actually never tested this one before. It looks in pretty good conditions. Okay, yeah, very easy unboxing. Yes, it's very good. Let's take a look at it. It does need a bit of cleaning, but it's not too bad. So this 3080 does look pretty clean, but I kind of feel like it's not gonna be, so let's see. Power supply time. Box has seen better days. Nice. This is our power supply. Looks pretty nice, I have to say. So we're doing a quick boot test, and I think this thing is amazing, and we are in the BIOS. it's time to slot everything in. Now, as usual, you gotta be very attentive in this part, because if you scratch the motherboard, you're basically done. Oh, okay, wait, we have a bit of a problem. So what happens is the fan on the back is actually slightly interfering. So we do have to, again, without damaging anything, lift up right there. Now we can properly slide in. Okay, so in this case, it's actually more convenient to keep this one on top and then put the power supply in, because if not, reaching the 8-pin CPU cables would be very difficult. So we are slotting in straight up this RM750X right there and right there. So all these cables are the RGB of the all-in-one cooler alone. All of these. Okay, it's time for the GPU to go in. Quick and easy. My cable management, guys. I can't see any cable management. Ah, it does look good. With the PC fully finished and working, I have to say, I am really happy with how it came out. I think it's gonna be a perfect build for someone who wants to stream or play competitively, or stream and play competitively at the same time. So let's get over with the results. Now, first off, we're starting with the synthetics, and as you can see, the CPU-Z performance is of course very good. The i9-12900K, even at stock, is really impressive, and of course the RAM at high-speed DDR5 does help quite a bit, so that's definitely not going to be a problem. This will also allow for an upgrade in the future. One can easily put an RTX 3090 in there, or even, I would say the perfect upgrade path for this is to put an RTX 4070 Ti in it, personally. Then, of course, during all of this, we tested some Prime 95, and the temperatures are in check, even during the small FFT load, which is the highest possible load the CPU can endure. And as you can see, the Enermax 360mm all-in-one cooler, other than looking very nice with that very particular block, it does actually perform, so that's nice. It's not easy at all to cool down this kind of CPU. It has 16 cores, 24 threads, but it does a very good job. And now, as you can see, even during heaven, temperatures of the GPU are extremely good. This TD500 mesh from Cooler Master definitely has a good airflow, with the 3 fans on the front, 3 fans on the top, and 1 fan on the back. It does a great job of having airflow both on the actual graphic card and even on the SSD. And remember, we have a 4.0 drive on this system, so even if someone wants to do some productivity work, some editing, it's going to be extremely fast, with around 7000 megabytes per second in write time, tested in Crystal Disk Mark. And now let's get over to the actual gaming benchmarks that we tested. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know I play Apex, so that's the first thing we tested. And with competitive settings, so pretty much everything to the minimum, but the FOV to the maximum, we managed to get close. Well, we hit 300 FPS, so I would say that even for a true 40Hz monitor, this thing is a beast. And then on Fortnite, again, with the latest updates, they pretty much are the same, Apex and Fortnite, in terms of how heavy they are in performance mode. So we're getting around 300. We tested Warzone 2, and we were getting around 200 there, which is honestly extremely good for Warzone. You know, pretty badly optimized game. Then we tested again, I like to test it, we tested Genshin Impact because me and my girlfriend played, and even at 4K, 60 FPS is easily achievable, so that's nice. So the gaming benchmarks are definitely in check. Now a bit of usability and another couple of considerations. Basically, the system is extremely quiet during the whole thing, and it's overall not that big, I have to say, so it's pretty good to have on a desk, I think. Again, that goes on to the case, and it doesn't even draw that much power. I'm really happy with it, but I want to hear your opinion. Do you like the aesthetics? Would you have done anything different aesthetic wise or tuning wise? Do let me know down below. And also, if you want to get more performance out of your system, I did a 3080 undervolting tutorial and an i9-12900K undervolting tutorial on my channel, so you can check them out as well. And I also do have the overclocking tutorials. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye.